in this Pool C to a 2-0 lead, but have New Zealand got something special for them? They're coached by Mike Armstrong, and they will come out hard and fast here as the two face-off players just about to take their spot out there. And we are about to kick this one off here, live on the World Lacrosse TV. And it is the number 9 of England who pops the one down, ball down at the back, and rotating around. So Leo Baythorpe with the ball back in his stick. He'll sub now and bring on some offensive players. Kicks it there to Will Brown. Will Brown, as a substitute, comes on there, James McGillhager. And Jamie Mocken, well, wasn't he a superstar in front of the cage and across the field the other night as well against Korea. Ball up the top. England looking to get on the board early here, but New Zealand looking to defend. Ball comes around, great inside feed. Ball hits the deck and is picked up there by Brinkley Chiranowski. And they will clear here, New Zealand. So New Zealand looking to get over that halfway line. A little inside hold there from Oliver Henry. And Henry looks to get down, but the red shirts flood back into defence. And now the ball will come up to Armstrong. Armstrong up the top. So first offensive foray here for New Zealand. And they're looking to get on the board early. I was speaking to Coach Bob Carter earlier. He said early goals in these contests are pivotal, as Sam Denise looks to pass the ball over there to Manny Ford. Ford back over to Armstrong, and now coming down behind X here. Manny Ford. Sorry, that is Scotty Cathcart. Sorry, Scotty, I was talking to you earlier before. Can't even get you right. But Cathcart, ball dodging from the top here. That one has been thrown over, and that was a bit of what happened the other night here. New Zealand, a couple of times, just those unforced errors costing the team in offense as James Thompson pushes the ball up here. Looks inside, finds James McGillhager. And McGillhager will pass it out to Jack Dearden. And whistles are just blowing here. We've got a legal procedure here, though, on England. So as quick as they get it into their offensive end, New Zealand take it back into theirs. So no damage done with that pass that didn't quite hit the mark. They'll have another opportunity here. Ball flicked out. Ball to be won. Good contest out there. That's come off a red stick. And now that's off a white stick. No, deemed to have come off a red stick. I'm the opposite side of the field, and the official right standing next to it would have seen that better than I would. So New Zealand keep the ball again. Cathcart looks to run up and dodge. That's a flag on the play. He'll be probably done for an illegal body there for a major penalty. And New Zealand with an opportunity with the flag down. Cade Jones looks like he has recovered from that hit he took the other night against the big Korean defender. Great to see him up and about and on his feet. And he will be a pivotal part for this New Zealand team. And they're going to have a power play early here. So what can they do in their power play? New Zealand. Beck has the ball now. Looking to move the ball. Comes behind goals. Cathcart pushes the ball up, finds Cade Jones. Cade Jones over there to Cowan. Cowan now starts to rotate. Looks like he's going to send a wheel down the back. They need to move the ball quicker if this wheel is to step in, looking to create space. Not quite able to get that in the stick. Just need to find those passes early. And they need to move the ball quick here, as that's the way you can beat the man-up defence. So Cutter comes again. Ball there to Cathcart. Cathcart looks for the bottom corner. Just need to get to that bottom corner quicker to put some real pressure on England. Ball hits the ground. And we have 10 seconds left in the power play. So New Zealand, can they get a shot off in this one? Looks the opposite side. Cathcart has the ball, lines up left. Good save in the cage there from Joachim Ruby. Joachim Ruby passes the ball up there to Jamie Mocken. And Mocken will look to stay down in offense. Ball with Archie Gold. And now looking to rotate this through behind X and just running the ball. Finds his teammate out there on the left-hand side. And it comes back to Mocken. So has received the pass then from Oscar McCarthy. And Oscar goes to the crease position. Spencer Mason now. Gets on his left, looks over, finds the player, looks to step inside, finds one down the back corner. Now rotates onto the left, opens up the left-hand side and just misses to the right of that left-hand post there from the shot of Ellis Baythorpe. But allowed to have space there, and you cannot allow him to get in on the cage because Kieran Snape was waiting for that one. Good trail check there, which has now pushed the ball up, and an illegal interference there. And this is where, as a longie, you find a shorty and let them run it down, and he does exactly that. So Murdoch Beck. So a little bit of just a feeling out at the moment between the two teams. Both teams making errors, but it's the one and good defense there. All over him there is Alexander Cartwright. Needs to release the ball, and the ball hits down, and just a loose ball push. That will be a loose ball push. No on the player. So England will take the ball and clear it. And they've got a fastie here, but it's turned over, flicked off a stick, comes back the other way. Cathcart with the ball, looks up, sees 6 red shirts in front of him against 4, and decides to just calm that ball down a bit. Now, great cut, and again, just flicking it up, need to flick it over, that's over and back. So ball will come back to the centre. And England again. So it's a little bit of a basketball game here at the moment, up and back. No one actually taking the game by the scruff of the neck yet. And that shows you the pressure that might be out there early. England in offense. McCarthy over there to McIlhager. McIlhager runs down this right-hand pipe, looks to look inside, can't find anyone. Down there to Ellis Baythorpe. Baythorpe again looking to come top side. And Ellis Baythorpe does come top side. Allowed to free the hands. And that has gone over stick side shoulder of the keeper. And that is the first goal of the game for England. And it comes through the stick of Ellis Baythorpe, who just monstered one into the net. And again, turnovers costly in this game. So Baythorpe with the first goal of the game, England out to a 1-0 lead. And ball will go back into the centre. Ball comes out, goes the way of England. Nice little flip out. That's a perfect flip out. And just a play on there, but great work in the middle there from Leo Baythorpe. Just found his man on the outside. Smart play to get the ball out there. And he gives possession to his England team. Ball up the top. Drew Wilkinson. Well, we know what Drew Wilkinson likes to do, and he likes to shoot bombs. He got a couple the other night that were stinging the top net. But right now, Spencer Mason looks down. Finds his teammate there in George Smith. Now, in the left hand, under pressure there, back there to the goal scorer, Baythorpe. And he has just thrown that one away. So, again, another unforced error. And the coaches will certainly talk about this. And that's a penalty on the play. You cannot be within 5 metres of the player. So New Zealand will have a minor penalty here. They need to attack the cage though, otherwise this will get blown off. Needs to head to the cage, Scotty Cathcart. He's going to be given an opportunity. Nice inside look. Needs to look, now they need to drive as soon as he takes it out. that will stop the forward progress of that flag. And we're going to have a drinks break here as we hit the 7-minute mark, give or take, to go. 6:38 on the clock. It is a 1-0 ball game, but New Zealand, well, they're going to have another man-up opportunity. See if they can move the ball a little quicker than they did in that first one and find a hole somewhere. Again, both teams just probably about 4 or 5 unforced errors each at the moment, which is keeping this game and the scoreline it is, because they keep giving up possession to the opposition, and they continue to do that all game. We could have a very low scoring game. And on the outer side here, on game 2, if you are on World Lacrosse TV, our man Teddy Jenner is over there calling China and Ireland. So get on, hear the dulcet tones of Teddy Jenner as well here on World Lacrosse TV. And if you want to send me a message, always happy, man of the people, always say it. Give us a hit up on Instagram, send us a message, tell us where you're watching from for this game, and I'll try and give a shout out at some point. It is at Tony Watts 71, and we will try and get back to you as much as we can. It's great to see everyone watching on World Lacrosse TV, and we hope you're enjoying the coverage here for these 2025 World Lacrosse Men Under-20 Championship in Jeju, Korea. Ball starting on the outer side as New Zealand set their power play. Ball here to Cade Jones. Over to Ben Cowan. Now Cowan cutting through the middle. Oh, gets it back, sneaky. They were just waiting for him to turn. Paul comes up to Cathcart. Cathcart gets inside. Cathcart fires. Scotty Cathcart gets the first one for New Zealand, and that ties up the ball game. Coach Bob Carter would be pretty happy with that man up, just finding the back of the net. Scott Cathcart found a hole straight down the middle of that defense, and loved that work. It is a 1-1 ball game here in Jeju for game number 16. New Zealand and England. So Cathcart tying the game up. And one of the guys that comes over, and he does get over to Australia and plays in our national championships for extra reps. But ball on the deck, not quite picked up there by England, and that has gone out of bounds. And just pulling up a bit short there was George Smith. Just looked like he might have strained something as he was running for that ball. He's running back into defence, but got a little bit of a limp there. Maybe he's just in that stretching out. Let's hope that's nothing too sinister. He's still out there, so ball now will go through Harvey Price. And they pick up the man who potentially was feeling, oh, there's a late hit there after that. Had a bit of hands weren't necessarily together, and Cade Jones, well, he wore a big one the other night. He's just worn another one there. So gives it back to Jones. Jones gets up off the floor and sucks in the big ones as Ford now works the top, kicks it to the goal scorer in Cathcart. Now he picks up the shorty over there in George Smith, and George Smith gets passed off. Jack Dearden grabs him now. Scotty Cathcart down the back. Cathcart looks up top. Oh, little inside roll. Might be a slash there. Got him right across the helmet. Plenty of plastic sounding in that collision. And we're going to have a 1-minute major foul for a slash on England. And we've got a timeout here. Being charged. New Zealand with a one-man power play opportunity. Moving the ball exceptionally well there. As Bob Carter and his coaching staff just get to have a bit of a chat about this power play opportunity. The offensive coach in there for New Zealand. is just working out what they're going to do. The last power play was very good from New Zealand. Found a hole straight down the middle with Scott Cathcart, and he did not disappoint. But England, and we've seen it in most games, just got to keep out the penalty box. Penalties can be just game killers. And it doesn't matter where you're ranked. If you keep giving away penalties, you keep giving away opportunities. And New Zealand with another one here. And the defense for New Zealand comes out, led by their goalkeeper, Ruby. And New Zealand set their man-up team out there. Noah Perez goes to the left-hand side with Murdoch Beck. And Perez goes to get the ball now. Got Ben Cowan, top middle. Ball now comes back through Scotty Cathcart. There's a hole there to step into if he needs to. But ball comes up the top to Ben Cowan. Cowan to Beck. Beck over to Perez. Perez looks to Cathcart. Just running the ball. Then now there's the movement starts. So cutter through the centre. Ball comes up. Looks to give it back. Now looks up. Need to move the ball quick. Ball hits the deck and needs to be won. Is won. It's won by England in the stick of Will Brown. So he will clear the ball for England. Gives it over to his long sticker in Will Baker. Baker just holds and gives it to Ruby in the cage. And Ruby, well, he looks up. He's got a player open in the centre there, Jamie Mocken, and now he eventually gets it. So good work there from Jamie Mocken. Oh, nice though from the longie. He was heading towards the cage. Good pace there from Will Hodgson. And he now has to come off and sub. So down into offense. We see Zach Spreckley. Well, he got 5 in the game against Jamaica. And not on the board yet, but he's sneaky in front of that cage. As that one's tipped off. That's going to be over and back. And New Zealand, well, they can go. Scott Cathcart looks up. There's a 5-on-4 here. Now they come in. So New Zealand looks to get around, goes to free the hands, does free the hands, doesn't quite get the shot on target there, Jake Armstrong. But when at pace, great back up there from New Zealand. And Ben Cowan looks to bring the ball in. 2 minutes plus change to go in this first. Looks up, oh, another one over the cage. Opportunities here for New Zealand. But if they keep running them, they will happen. Sam Denise there, not able to put that one in. Looks to step down, looks to step in, does step in, and pops it away. And out of nowhere, Ben Cowan gets another one for New Zealand. And with 2 minutes to go in the first, New Zealand take a 2-1 lead here in this Pool C game. And very happy Ben Cowan just taking on his defender, managed to get by him. Slide couldn't get there quick enough, and Cowan puts it past the goalkeeper there in Ruby. And we've got a 2-1 game. And back to the centre we go. So, ball to be won. New Zealand, well, they come up with it again. And that is Ben Johnson. And we've got a player down here. And he's just holding the head. So, we hope he is okay. But everyone's has stopped. And looks a little like just distraught there. He looks like it might be an ankle, is it? And I think it's in the ankle, so we hope all our young men are okay here. We know the work they do to be out here. And we don't like to see this in any way, shape or form in our game with our athletes. Duty of care, but that looks like a left ankle of some description. Hopefully it's just a bit of a twist. And maybe a couple of days off with the foot in a bucket of ice. He looks like he's going to get to his feet. So good to see that he can hold weight on it there, and that's George Smith. As I said, George Smith looked like he pulled up a bit shy on the outer side there before, and I did call that in the call where it looked like he just pulled up short and then had to go and play defense. So something not quite right there, but great to see him walking off the field under his own steam. It's when they have to be helped off the field that it's normally more of an issue. So we wish George Smith all the best, and I'm sure we'll try and get an update for you on what that is here on World Lacrosse TV. But for now, New Zealand with limited time in this first quarter. Can they get another one? Well, they're going to have to keep possession of the ball to do that. And ball is to be won on the deck. And that gets checked out of the stick there of Ben Cowan. And there's going to be a flag there as well. You cannot start within 5 metres. It is being exercised all tournament so far. And that is something the coaches will need to talk to their players about, giving away 30-second technical penalties for not getting out of the space for an illegal procedure. Could cost you the other end. So now England will have a man down or a man up. 1 minute 53 in the quarter. So can England now even it up with New Zealand? They'll have a 30-second power play. Ball up the top there with Gold. Gold looks inside, down the bottom corner. Ball hits a deck, and here we go. This man can run, Oliver Henry. Henry looks to keep going. Oliver Henry steps in. Longy, now he looks for the shorty. And we've got a flag on the play as well. So a flag in this. That will be an illegal procedure by the look of it. Might even be an offside. So ball comes round, good inside step, gets high, pops it in, and wears one very high. But penalty on the play. Good work there from Murdoch Beck, trying to just put himself in places which the English defence didn't want him to be. And we had an offside call there on England. And we'll see another 30-second power play. So New Zealand with a big opportunity here. Limited time in this first quarter. We are just about to tick under the minute. So ball over there to Ford. Ford down to Perez. Perez will get over to Cohen. Cohen looks to rotate up. Looks to the little one down. Might get it back here. Little 3 rotation on this right-hand side. Now picked up. Looks in. Gets up and gets just body on the play. Goes back to the keeper, Ruby. Ruby, so now an opportunity for England as the ball bounces over, up and over. And if you are screaming at the telly that went over and back, no, it has to go into the forward third to be checked in before it can be over and back. And you'll see the officials do that. Looks up, fires, and tink, tink, tink off the bar goes the shot of Ellis Baythorpe. And penalty now released. So 6 on 6, and running through there, the goal scorer. And a great shot there. And that was number 19, Archie Gold. Well, he's just evened it up before quarter time. And you see him get through there. And a good finish. Looked in. That's a great feed inside. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Not much the keeper can do in that situation. And we're going to 2-2 ball game here with change on the clock. But is there time? Well, England think there might be. Ball comes back the other way. Didn't quite pick the ground ball up. Is picked up there by Leo Baythorpe. Baythorpe fires the ball as the New Zealand keeper grabs it and falls out the back. But the time will run out. And a very entertaining first quarter here. It is 2-2, New Zealand, England, after New Zealand hit the lead 2-1. And the penalty was had, which allowed England to get back into this one as the stats come up on the screen there. But we are looking like we're in for a thrilling game here. So stay tuned on the World Lacrosse TV and we'll bring you second quarter action very, very soon.
포장재부터 제품까지 1000번의 생각을 담다. 안심 동원 샘물. 안심 동원 샘물이 선수들의 안전 플레이를 응원합니다.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
So good.
One straight in, get a ball. One straight in, get a ball. Alex, you stand. Sorry.
And back to second quarter action here, live on World Lacrosse TV. 2-2 ball game. England through the stick there of Leo Baythorpe, but draws a flag, and they're going to have a 30-second minor penalty for a hold. So England will take the ball in a power play situation for 30 seconds. Coaching staff just asking whether that ball was loose when that hold occurred. But I think the hold actually took the ball out of the stick. Right on the spot is the officials. Ball comes over here. Now down the bottom corner, fires and puts it in. And he filled up his bag the other day, did Drew Wilkinson. Well, he started that way in the second quarter, and Drew Wilkinson right from the right 45 manages to put that one in the back of the net, and that will release the penalty, but another power play goal for England. So they will go out now to a 3-2 lead. Ball comes out again, picked up there by Leo Baythorpe. And now it will fire over to Ellis Baythorpe. So ball, bottom left-hand corner, back to Baythorpe. Up the top to Oscar McCarthy. McCarthy to Spencer Mason. Mason sees the goal scorer in Drew Wilkinson come on. Looks to look inside, now fires up. Finds his teammate there in Oscar McCarthy. McCarthy passes it on. Nice check there from the defender. Comes back into the stick, kicks over to Wilkinson. Wilkinson couldn't quite grab that one. Great through ball. And it ends up the top right-hand corner in the stick of Archie Gold. Archie Gold up against the shorty defender. Slide comes straight away. Ball down the back, fed up, and this is Wilkinson's bread and butter, but the grass monster just takes out his feet, grabs an ankle, pulls him down, and going the other way is New Zealand through the left hand of Murdoch Beck. He'd like to have that one back again, just throws that one straight up and over and out of bounds. And another unforced error there for New Zealand. New Zealand with their subs coming on. as to New Zealand, and it could be a New Zealand ball here as England turn the ball over. It is a game of unforced errors here at the moment. And New Zealand, through their goalkeeper there in Kieran Snape, will work the ball up. Snape has Bastian Banks on his right, decides to go the other side there to Sam Marcroft. Marcroft looks to get through. Can't quite find it through. He's run the whole white line and now has to retreat. Now they need to look for a shorty to carry this ball here. Banks presents on the outer side, and great outlet there, and just couldn't quite take it. Was the long sticker there in Bastian Banks. Outlet there from Kieran Snape, just missing the mark. And now ball back in the English stick. Comes over the other side here to Gold. Gold looks to just push up above 45. Now fires the ball down the back there. Finds Shuttleworth. Shuttleworth over to the goal scorer there in Ellis Baythorpe. Baythorpe rotates the ball. And back now to Jamie Mocken. Mocken now has his teammate in Zach Spreckley come on. Spreckley just looks to step in. Ball down, looks back up, top shelf. And that one goes wide there from the shot of James McIlhager. But it is a England ball as they had the backup down there. And now turning on a dime, looks inside, gets a piece of it, does the keeper, but it's not a big enough piece. And Owen Shuttleworth gets another one for the English team. Just got a piece of that, and it's just gone through. And Shuttleworth, well, he gets his first of the day. And we go out to a 4-2 lead. And back to the centre we will go. So ball back in the centre, fast man break, pops the ball over, fires it down, good save again from the keeper. Ball running out of bounds, almost to the commentary box, and that will end up in the commentary box. No one ever saw that ball come in here, ever. They're called souvenirs, I think, in our world. So ball here, Archie Gold looks up the top. Oscar McCarthy now as substitutes. Jack Dearden substitutes off and brings his offensive player here in Drew Wilkinson on. Drew Wilkinson picks up the shorty straight away, looks down, finds his man there in Ellis Baythorpe. Baythorpe just tink, tink, tink off the bar. Out it goes and gets his own backup. So Ellis Baythorpe down the back to Shuttleworth. Shuttleworth beats his man, but looks inside, fires and top shelf. Good save there from Kieran Snape. Snape straight away looks out. We've got a flag on the play, and that is going to be on the New Zealand team. That is going on number 37, Bobby Scott, for a cross check. So another opportunity here for England in a power play situation. And they send out their man-up team. Ben Jackson has the ball, top centre. Kicks the ball over there to Wilkinson. Wilkinson looks down the bottom corner, tries to skip past. Ball comes back. Back there to Jackson. Jackson to Wilkinson. Wilkinson has Gold on his left-hand side. Now right-hand side fires. Just fires that wide. Ball goes to out of bounds now. Off the shot there of Archie Gold. And quick play, looks inside. Great quick play, great feed to Ben Jackson. And Ben Jackson pops it away. Good, smart lacrosse as the ball is picked up from out of bounds. As soon as he gets it in his stick, he can start. Does look up. Jackson, smart enough to get loose on the crease. And Ben Jackson gets another one for the English team. And we have a timeout here charged to New Zealand. They want to have a chat about this. 3 unanswered goals in this second term. And they have come through the stick of Wilkinson, Jackson and Shuttleworth. So New Zealand without a score this quarter after a 2-all first quarter, and they just want to have a bit of a chat about it as the coaches head out to speak to their troops. And Bob Carter just explaining what he needs out there. And Mike Armstrong, well, he'd be pretty content at the moment with this game, where this game is looking like it's heading. New Zealand not without their chances in this contest, but just not able to take them and put them away at the moment. And that is probably the difference in the game. The unforced errors, well, both teams have had a mass of them, and they will look to tidy that up, I'm sure. But it is yeah, very much a game, and too many penalties being conceded here by New Zealand. And they will now come out to the face as they send Ben Johnson to do the face-off work there up against Leo Baythorpe. And again, if you are watching, send us a message. I'll try to get on to them at half-time. You can get me on Instagram at Tony Watts 71. That is at TonyWatts 71. And send us a message, and we'll try and give you a shout out maybe on World Lacrosse TV. We hope you're enjoying the action here from Jeju in Korea in these under-20 World Lacrosse Men's Championship. So, ball now with New Zealand. Scott Cathcart already has a goal today. And uses those long legs to get through. Annie Ford presents for him. They are a man down, so they're going to have to take some pressure here. Looks back in, just fires the ball, and ball is on the deck. They need to win this ball back, New Zealand, as the bodies come in, and he just sort of almost keeps it out. Ball on the ground, looks to extract it, and ball flicked up and out the stick. Still no one able to control the ball, and we've got a loose ball push here, and it is going against the New Zealand team, and England will come up with that one as they pass the ball up very quickly. So an opportunity here for England as Archie Gold, well, he's certainly taken that opportunity. And as the ball gets checked into the forward third, Owen Shuttleworth kicks it over here to Spreckley. Zach Spreckley, well, hasn't managed to get the scoreboard today, but very, very nifty player. Ball up the top, Wilkinson fires, and that one's got some bounce on it. And it just bounces well high over the cage, but able to free his hands. And he's a dangerous player, as Drew Wilkinson. Can put the ball on the cage. As Archie Gold, is it his day today? Oh no, there's Spreckley. And I talk about him not being on the cage yet, and he just steps in and says, well, Tone, how about some of this? And young Zach Spreckley gets his first of the game, and England out to a 6-2 lead now. Off the back of a 5-goal game in the last game, Spreckley, he has just put one away. And I don't know whether numbers have anything to do with it, but the last 4 goal scorers for England have been 4, 5, 6 and 7. So maybe it's Oscar McCarthy's turn. He's number 8. And ball back into the centre. As we see Ben Johnson. Oh no, sorry, that isn't. That's Ollie Jones in the face-off there. And he's playing without his stick. The ball got stuck in his stick, so playing without it is the call. Or it's actually a withholding call. When the ball goes on the ground with the stick, even if it lands upside down, you cannot have your cross covering the ball. So it will be a withholding call, but New Zealand through Jamie Mocken now. Passes the ball down. He has Sorry, I'll get my numbers right here. It is now with Scott Cathcart. Ball back up the top centre. Work from Cade Jones. Cade Jones looks to get in. Cade Jones does get in, but gets a trail check. Good pick up down the back, and a flag has been thrown as the ball goes out of bounds. We see Connor Harvey-Price heading to the bench, and New Zealand, well, they're going to have a power play. So an opportunity here for New Zealand. Currently 6-2 down against England, and we have a hydration break on our hands. And while they're having a hydration break, well, I might actually just grab a quick drink here as well. But again, if you are watching, send us a shout out. I'll have a look at them at half time, and I'll get back to you and send you some messages of love out from the commentary box here in Jeju. Let us know, just let us know where you're watching from. Be fantastic. So we're going to have a quick drinks break here for me, and I'll be back very shortly.
더 있어요?
She might not be allowed to play with it. There is a better one.
And as the teams come out here, Charlotte sent me a message on Instagram. She says, can you please shout out Bobby Scott, number 37 in the New Zealand team. Bit of love from Charlotte there, Bobby. So great to see you online. Kylie Holmes says she is watching as well. So ball down here with New Zealand. Just under 7 minutes to go in the second half action. And ball with Murdoch Beck. As rotation happens here, still in a penalty. So New Zealand looked up, just couldn't quite take the handle of the ball, and the keeper in Ruby, he has just managed to snap with that one. An opportunity here with numbers. Jack Dearden runs in, 5-on-4 at the moment. Dearden looks over, and nothing really eventuated there as New Zealand got back into defence, 5-on-5, but turns his player, Ellis Baythorpe. Baythorpe, as the defender loses his stick, another one comes on from top centre there, which is Spencer Mason, but Oscar McCarthy says, I'm just going to hold it up here. As Ben Jackson comes on and takes the ball from the bench. Gold, Jackson against his opponent there, Drew Wilkinson. Jackson passes the ball down, gets above top side, looks for that through pass, doesn't eventuate. Great cut in there, but steps in and fires, and that one's hit the back of the net. Ball on the ground to be won, is picked up there by the New Zealand defender, but just gets a check on him, and Bastian Banks loses the ball over the back line, goes to England. Ellis Baythorpe looking to work this right-hand side as ball hits the deck, ball dispossessed. Oliver Henry gives him plenty of pressure there as Archie Gold felt that pressure coming from Oliver. Ball up the top, looks down, not enough angle there, decides to pull out Archie Gold. Owen Shuttleworth now looks to work, goes on the left-hand side, runs straight into another defender. Ball comes off a stick, but it bounces back here to England. Looks up the top, fires, and that one's gone wide from the stick there of Ellis Baythorpe. But right on the spot down the back there was Archie Gold, and he's just racking up stats for making sure that they get the ball back. Oh, stinging in the net is Ellis Baythorpe. Comes on the left, rips it up to the top left corner as he cut through the crease. Great inside look, and Ellis Baythorpe gets one for England with a stinger. And another goal for England as Baythorpe gets his second of the game. And number 21 for England is doing what he will at the moment. And a 7-2 ball game here. There's ball back into the centre, a legal procedure there on England. It's going to go the way of Ben Johnson. So Ben Johnson has the ball, kicks it over, and just throwing one out. Connor Harvey-Price wasn't the best pass in the world, just couldn't quite get there. And England, after New Zealand turned the ball over, will have another opportunity. Again, a little bit like the first game they played, a few little turnovers that certainly become costly as the game goes on, and those unforced errors, they just, they're coach killers, to be honest. And James McIlhager goes to work on the face-off play. Looks out, finds his man on the bottom crease, but great save in there from Christian Snape. And Snape heads the ball out and gives it to his defenders. Henry, well, he can carry a ball, this boy. Henry looks for someone, runs over the halfway line. And are they offside here, New Zealand? I think they might be. Offside, New Zealand. So again, get the ball into offense, turn it over. So now they have to really drop. England will put pressure on straight away. Baythorpe looks inside, little BTB! Doesn't quite come off there with gold. He was looking for some gold there. And it was in the form of a behind the back shot, wasn't there. And England now with the ball as whistles are going everywhere. I keep looking, but it's on the opposite side between Ireland and China. We'll get a score update at halftime for that game as well for you. But right now it is England who are leading this, and we are heading towards halftime. It's 7-2. If you are just joining us on World Lacrosse TV, comes out, plenty of pressure applied there, and he's been hitting the gym, Jake Armstrong, and just put a bit of muscle pressure on that attacker and just pushed him out of bounds. So Oliver Henry looks to get his legs moving again. Oh, gives it to Snape. Snape wasn't exactly looking at that ball. Long pass comes over now to Henry. Henry looks up, passes the ball at the feet, just gets up and over. Good take there from Connor Harvey-Price. And Harvey-Price, well, the two number 14s going against each other. Will Hodgson up against Harvey-Price, just trying to jack it out of there. And we're going to have a timeout here, are we? Called to New Zealand. So they can get some fresh legs on with limited time left in this second quarter. About 1:41, I think that says. Old eyes on screens, they don't work. But I think that's about 1:41 to go. So New Zealand, well, they want to have the last opportunity here, I think. And if they could go in to half-time with a 7-3 game and only be 4 goals behind England, I think that'd be something that Bob Carter would be able to bring some positives about, because it's really just some of these turnovers. Mind you, England have made some unforced errors of their own and certainly have given New Zealand opportunities, but they need to capitalise with these offensive forays to New Zealand if they're to get back into this game as we head towards half-time. And again, we hope you're enjoying the live action here on World Lacrosse TV. It's amazing to be able to bring it to you. And, there is action aplenty. There's more games to come up tonight. On field 1 here, I have Kenya. And I was talking to the Kenyan assistant coach yesterday on the bus. And the boys are really just, you know what, they're amazed to be here and playing, and they're such a joyful bunch, the Kenyan lads, and I look forward to them. They're playing Puerto Rico. They've got a tough job ahead of them, but I know that, you know what, they're playing for their country, and that's what this is about, as are these boys here. So representing your country at any form, whether it be an under-20 tournament or a senior tournament or any age group, is a huge accomplishment. So New Zealand now with the ball. Sam Denise rolls back out, looks to carry the ball back down through X. Does get through that X position now. Now passes the ball up. Top centre, Scott Cathcart has the ball, picks up the longie in James Thompson. Thompson just looking to wind the clock down just a little bit. Ball passed back, finds Cade Jones. Cade Jones looks to roll inside and fires up high, but Ruby, oh, I tell you what, not to be a dad joke, but he's been a gem in the cage for England. He's seen everything, and we have a timeout here, do we? As the transition ball was coming, and just looking to his coach and saying, Will Brown, and he's going, Coach, did you see me? I had 10 metres on my player, and we had numbers. But Mike Armstrong deciding, well, he wants the last opportunity in this game, or in this first half, as we have at 41 seconds left in it. So they'll look to put another goal on the board just to extend this lead before we get to the halftime break. And great facilities here. And some messages coming through. Emma Moss, well, Emma's watching England play New Zealand. She's supporting Owen Shuttleworth from the Moss family, Didsbury, Manchester. G'day, Emma. Hope you're enjoying the coverage here live on the World Lacrosse TV. And if you want to send a message, do it. Zach Armstrong also, he says watching from New Zealand, supporting Jake Armstrong. G'day, Zach. Hope you're well, bud. And we have plenty of people watching here on the stream. And we hope you're enjoying the lacrosse that we're bringing you. And yep, we love trying to interact with our fans that can't be here. So yeah, hit me up on Instagram at TonyWatts71, and we'll see if we can't get a shout out to you. Tell us what you love about the game. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us what you don't like about the game. And if I'm mispronouncing someone's name, please tell me, because I need to get it right. These are future champions, and I don't want to be doing the wrong thing by them. So, limited time. Ben Jackson takes the ball well up. The set in a 1-4-1 here. Just taking the time out of the clock. 22 seconds to go. He starts his approach, uses his pace. They've set really low here. Jackson steps in, fires, and Jackson has listened to the coach's instructions and set that one up. They set in a 1-4-1, set those four players really low, and he took him up to the halfway line. And Ben Jackson, well, he used his speed galore, found his way into about 11 metres and rocketed it at home. And Jackson, well, he gets his second of the quarter and second of the game. And that is an 8-2 ball game as we near half-time. We have about 14 seconds left in the contest, so anyone with an opportunity still. And we're going to have a whistle on the play here. I've got a hold, and it's going the way of England. So time has been stopped. What have I got? 14 seconds, 11 seconds. Hard to see. This our monitors got the sun right on it at the moment. And we've got some whistles on the field, just making sure that that was what the calls were. So you can hear other whistles. No, there was simultaneous penalties there. So we're going to have a reface as they came together, and a simultaneous call. So I think they've said that they would... No, it's been overturned. So it's going the way of England. So no simultaneous penalties. And ball will start in the stick here of Will Brown. About 10 seconds to go. They need to push the ball towards the goal. Looks for an opening. Looks down. No angle! Oh, great save there from Snape. And a great little backhand Indian pickup there from Oliver Henry to clear the space. And a great save right on the stroke of half-time by their keeper, Kieran Snape, from that shot. And they will go into this half-time break with an 8-2 deficit, New Zealand. And a fantastic save there from Kieran Snape late in that quarter. Saves another one for New Zealand. And he just saw that like a watermelon, did Snape. In fact, I reckon that's what I'd be eating right now if I was here in Jeju. It's 90% water, they say. And rather than taking a drink, maybe some watermelon. So, you know what? Speaking of that, it's made me hungry. I might actually go and do that myself. And we'll be back very soon on the World Lacrosse TV for this 2025 World Lacrosse Men's Under-20 Championship.
세상의 필요는 바뀌니까. 동원은 건강한 식탁을 넘어 미래에 필요한 먹거리까지 키워냅니다. 필요가 바뀌면 답도 바뀌어야 하니까. 필요에 답하다. 동원.
슈퍼 고단백을 슈퍼 건강하게, 게다가 슈퍼 맛있어. 그래서 동원 참치.
진짜 힘들어서 다들 금방 뻗거든요. 링티 마시면 너무 좋다고 다들 찾는 거예요.
야, 너만 마시냐?
뛰는 게 달라요. 운동 갈 때 꼭 챙기세요.
마셔봐서 압니다. 링티.
IS 동서는 봅니다. 쓸모없던 땅에서 친환경 건설의 내일을, 폐기물에서 전기차의 새로운 미래를, 아이들에서 행복한 희망의 세상을. ESG 경영으로 더 큰 내일을 봅니다. IS 동서.
There. Wow. Watch me go. Wow. Unbelievable. Hey? I didn't even thought of that. Yeah. There you go. One for you. He's like the shepherd. Yeah, calm down. You want more? No. 15 years to stand up. But you prefer to sit down. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's they are just right every
as the third quarter starts here, and it is New Zealand who pick up the ball, and they will head into offense. Welcome back to three-quarter action on World Lacrosse TV, as the ball is picked up there from Scotty Cathcart, and he will the ball just dribbles out of the stick, so he does, and as England bring the ball back in. Chris and Dave Wilkinson watching over in England, watching their boy, Drew. And Janet McGillhager says she's camping, well, with James's two siblings as the ball goes in the cage there for England. And it is the sneaky little Zach Spreckley who gets the game started here for England in the third term. Yeah, they're camping with their two dogs over there, so enjoy the camping. How good's that? You get to go camping and watch your person here playing at the World Championships. So shout out to you. And ball will come back into the centre. And it's good that it's Henry Oliver, not Oliver Henry. Yeah, it's an affectionate thing we do here as Burnt Beginnings Barbecue. Just sending a message as the ball fires over the top there. So I'll make sure I call him Henry Oliver now. I think I was doing that yesterday, but thanks for the heads up. Hope you're enjoying the live action here. And Alex Lawson supporting Nate Lawson also, number 22. So big shout out to you guys in New Zealand. From across the ditch from where we are, affectionately we call Australia East and we are New Zealand West. So ball back up the top here as England get into the offense. And now driving from the back corner. As ball comes up, Ellis Baythorpe been very good today and fires that one across the cage. We've had a change of keepers in there as Caden Taylor has gone in the cage for New Zealand, and down the other end, I reckon we might have had a change as well. It looks like Jackson Davies is in the cage for England. Oh, little flip, oh, nearly goes in there from Owen Shuttleworth. But ball fires out the back. Spreckley picks the ball up, flicks it out to his teammate in James McGillhager. McGillhager back down the back here to Ellis Baythorpe. Ellis Baythorpe looks to drive around on the left-hand side, looks up, finds his teammate and pops it. Absolutely stings it in the top corner, does Jamie Mocken. And he gets his first of the day. Got a couple the other day, did Jamie Mocken. And all of a sudden, we're out to a 10-2 lead here. And we've got Bruce Hoare here saying my grandson's name is hell of a Henry, not Oliver Henry. Bruce watching here from Florida, USA. Thanks, Bruce. It's good to have you on. It's a little affectionate thing we do in Australia. Sometimes we throw the names around the other way. So, yeah, it's great that you're watching here on World Lacrosse TV as England get the ball out of the centre again. And that is through the stick there of Leo Baythorpe. Leo Baythorpe just throws the ball up and says, my work is done. And Jack Dearden comes on for England and takes that ball. And now starts to get the motors going through X as more substitutes come on for England. And one of those is Drew Wilkinson. But Spencer Mason gets the ball first, and now Drew Wilson looks back, and Drew Wilson's there. So Drew Wilson looks to attack the cage, puts the ball down quickly, finds Ellis Baythorpe. Baythorpe looks up. Oh, great cut there from the number 7, Ben Jackson. But ball coming back the other way for New Zealand. So here's an opportunity as no one's coming to him, and just decides to throw it back to his teammate there, Ollie Jones. Great carry through into the forward there for Jones. And New Zealand again will have an offensive foray here. As Kade Jones presents, but Ben Cowan just tries to get in a little closer to the cage. Got Connor Harvey-Price to the left here as Cowan again comes up top. just trying to drag that slide up and out as Harvey Price looks to use his motors, now looks to roll in, but nothing becoming of that. And now looking inside, Noah Perez looks to try and get in that hole that doesn't exist. Ball with Cade Jones. Cade Jones now up top. As Cade Jones might get a hold there. No, play on, equal pressure they call it. And ball turned over. So it comes down the way of England. England with quick feet, getting the ball down, trying to get some transition goal here. Looks down, fires back, and good save there from the keeper in Caden Taylor. Ball goes out of bounds there as England getting to free the arms right on the cage, but wasn't able to put it in the back of the cage. And now they will start with the ball here again, and that will be with the number 21, Ellis Baythorpe, who gives it up to Zach Spreckley. And Spreckley now sees Jamie Mocken coming on the field. As the ball rotates up top side, Jamie Mocken. Back down to Owen Shuttleworth. Back to Mocken. Substitute comes on as James McGillhager now receives the ball, top centre. Goes against his opponent, looks to drive down. Gets his hands free there actually, but decides to push it down there to Baythorpe. Baythorpe, he goes on his left. Looks to get topside, does get around, not quite. Finds the player there in Spreckley. Spreckley straight away moves the ball. Great back check there, but looks inside. Now right on the bottom corner. And just all by himself down there, Owen Shuttleworth. And he will get another one for the English team. And Shuttleworth getting his second of the day. And the third of this third term. And we've got an 11-2 ball game here. And Kate Marcroft says hi, it's Sam's sisters here. Nan and I are watching you from New Zealand. Keep fighting, the game isn't over yet, New Zealand. So big shout out to you, Kate. We hope you're enjoying this. As ball goes back into the centre. And might be a hold there, and that ball will go the way of England. So they did have possession of it, but they're going to get a free possession here. And whistle starts. So ball now in the stick of Ben Jackson. And just getting it out of there. Jackson, and a substitute here, Dearden, just stepping off for Drew Wilkinson to step into the offensive half. And at pace goes Ben Jackson. Ben Jackson tries to outrun his opponent. Little through ball, comes up back up the top, looks to step inside, fires, and that has gone wide there. Great shot from Spencer Mason, but back up had there by England. And England now look to rotate around this bottom corner. He's already just got one, has Owen Shuttleworth, but looks to go again, gives the ball up. Now finds the number 7, tink, tink, tink off the bar it goes. And ball hits the deck. New Zealand with the backup, and they pick up the ground ball. And now to extract it out. So ball comes down the ground and just tosses over, and goes straight through. And no touch on the stick there from the English player. As that now up and over, and that's high and wide and handsome too. So 1-1 they say. Just throwing the ball away. It's how far people can throw the ball from one side to the other. But these unforced errors, they can, and great one-handed take, but good defense. Nice body position there too from the English defender, and he is off to the races. And Alexander Cartwright, that's the way you win a ground ball. Knocked it out of the stick, great dispossession, and then just backed his body in to protect the ball, picks it up and runs to space. And if you are watching at home and you're a young player, that's how you protect the ball when you've dispossessed it to pick up a ground ball. Great job there from the long stick. Ball comes down the back here, James McGillhager. And now in the stick of Shuttleworth. Shuttleworth looking to go again. Not there. Kicks it up to Zach Spreckley. Spreckley puts Jamie Mocken in motion. Moken down the back here to Baythorpe. Baythorpe finds the number 5 down the back. Shuttleworth looking to just step inside. Does step inside, and that's in the crease. And whistles on the play there. And just picks him up, gives him a tap, and that'll be a goalie ball. As the hydration break comes here. You just see there on the replay, gets inside, and got to be careful with that, because that's exactly how knees are done by keepers. And I might have a look and see here while we've got a bit of a drinks break. Let me get to the socials. Thompsons, Bakers, Bramwells and Blands all watching in sunny Offerton, Stockport. Bacon and sausage buddies provided. Well, I'll tell you what, it is a little bit of an invitation, I'm thinking. So next time I come over, that sounds like a feast to me. So big shout out to you guys watching live on World Lacrosse TV. And Simon Cathcart also, he says, loving the game, New Zealand versus England. Go Scotty Cathcart from the mighty Waikato. It's amazing to see Scotty out here. Oh, look at this, plenty of shout outs. I've got lots of them. Tash is watching from Hamilton, New Zealand. She says, go Kay Jones. Chris, shout out to New Zealand. Shout out to Coach Fridge. So Chris, big shout out to the coach. Dylan Goodall says, can you shout out Ben Johnson, number 66? Well, consider it done, Dylan. That is there for you. And Bronwyn Denise says, go New Zealand from the Denise family in Tiawamatu, and the Managars in Hamilton and Taranaki. Thanks for the great commentary, Tony, supporting Sam Denise. Well, it's good that you're on. And Blake Crocker says, hey, Tony, watching from New Zealand. Loving the game. Shout out to my cousin, Ben Cowan, and ex-teammate coaches Ben Johnson, Ollie, Scott, Jake, and Sammy Marcroft. And Mike Watson also, as the play is about to restart here. Mike Watson says, good morning from Cheedy, England. Great commentary. Enjoying watching some of our lads doing well. Leo Ellis Baythorpe, Joshim Ruby, and Zach Spreckley. Well, they are all doing good. So, yeah, look, keep your shout-outs coming. I'll try to get to them if I can. But right now, back to action here. And ball with New Zealand trying to come out of this offensive end. Not a great pass to the long stick at the feet and puts him under pressure as Sam Marcroft manages to extract a little tip off the stick. Kept in front, ball to be won. Needs a contest here. And ball does get a contest. Long stick comes through, kicks it to space. Good work there. Now there's red shirts everywhere, and we've got a timeout here called by New Zealand as the ball was being picked up there by Sam Denise. And if he turned around, he would have seen a wall of red coming behind him. So good call there from the coaching staff of New Zealand to get a timeout in and keep possession of the ball. And we are just ticking under 5 minutes 29. And the two teams here are probably glad that they are having a bit of a drink on board. It is quite warm here in the beautiful Jeju, as Connor Harvey-Price just walks past with his own fan in front of him. Just cooling off a little bit. He looks like he's just having a bit of a break there, Connor. And good to see he's in good hands as well. And when I say he's number one fan, he was holding a little hand fan then, by the way. You can't see that on the live stream. But we are in Jeju here in South Korea. And if you ever get a chance to come to South Korea, come to the beautiful Jeju Island, because it is magical over here. People are so friendly and so easy to get around. There's only about 700,000 people on the island. And the food, well, it is to die for. So it is very good. But now we have New Zealand who are being doubled here, and ball hits the ground, so an opportunity, so turnover potentially here. Great pickup coming the other way there though, as ball is pushed forward. Little roll out there from Ben Cowan. Cowan just loses the ball and balls goes out of bounds again, another unforced error. And it's going to be picked up on the outer side there by Jack Dearden, but Jack Dearden decides to give it up to his teammate there in Will Baker, and ball will come over the other side and clearing up through the centre, and long stick here. Alexander Cartwright looks to pass the ball down, but picked off again as there's a body in the backfield there, just gets knocked over as he got rid of the ball, but no call on the play. And now Ben Cowan has the ball. Ben Cowan steps in, pass one, pass two, pass three. That's a bit high on the neck, that one. And no call whatsoever. And the coaching staff of New Zealand, they are not very comfortable with that no call there. As Ben Cowan steps up, might have gone very high. That cross check sort of got him up right around the neck and might have missed one there. But ball comes up with England. Spencer Mason gets the ball into the offensive end for England. And England just start to push the ball around. Ben Jackson up to Oscar McCarthy. McCarthy and throws it over the head of his teammate. I don't know how many times that has happened today in both teams. But those skill errors as the week goes on are going to cost you goals. And the ball, when it's not in your stick, you can't play attacking offense lacrosse. And maybe the heat just starting to take some effect here. Murdoch Beck with the ball. Runs into a double, loses the ball now. Another turnover here for New Zealand as England pick the ball up. Ball comes down the back. Finds the goalkeeper there in Jackson Davies. Jackson Davies passes it up there. Finds his man, Drew Wilkinson. Wilkinson looks to fire, looks over to the right-hand side. Spreckley throws the ball. Ball goes out of bounds and backed up down there by Ellis Baythorpe. And Ellis Baythorpe, well, he's going to bring the ball in for England. So Baythorpe looks to roll back on his left hand. Comes up above goal line extended. Baythorpe steps in and Ellis Baythorpe puts one away. And Baythorpe, that's his third of the day. And it's been almost a carbon copy of the other two goals. He's come up on that left-hand side, been able to free the hands, get round the player and get top side of him. And as soon as you're that close to the keeper, you don't give him much chance. And Baythorpe gets his third, England's 12th. And we are out to a 12-2 game. So England again through the face-off there, Leo Baythorpe. So the Baythorpe's just holding the stream at the moment, that name. And great job there from Leo with that face-off. And now pressure the goalie. Goalie good enough to get the ball out in Jackson Davies. Davies looks up and fires the ball over as great take there from Ben Jackson. Ben Jackson passes it on and letting the arms free there was Jamie Mocken. And just not finding the target. But his teammate down there in Zach Spreckley, well, he manages to get the back up. And they'll have another opportunity here. Ball comes back up there to Mocken. Mocken over to Archie Gold. Gold running down this left-hand pipe, decides to push it down the back to Baythorpe. Baythorpe looks up. No cutters coming through to Archie Gold. Now back down to Spreckley. Spreckley back up the top here. James McGillhager looks to take on his shorty matchup. Gets past his shorty matchup. McGillhager pops that one down by the right-hand foot And James McGillhager gets on the board with a good shot to the right-hand foot there from about 11 or 12 metres. And McGillhager gets his first goal of the day. And I'm sure all his fans at home that were sending shout-outs before, well, they'll be up and about with that one. So fantastic shot there from James McGillhager, getting his first goal. Ball back into the centre. And it's one again there from Leo Baythorpe. And Leo Baythorpe, well, he just says, I'm going to lie down here for a bit. No, he's got a penalty for that. Flag has been thrown, so penalty on the play. They need to attack the cage, and he does attack the cage. Looks to push down. Oh, looks down and gets picked off, but they'll be in a power play situation here, will England, leading 13-2. So let's see what they can do with this power play opportunity. We have, what have we got in the quarter? 1 minute and 3 seconds left in the third. So looking for a quick goal here, and maybe as Baythorpe rolls back around, looks in, good cut, looks down, and firing there from top shelf, just like he did in game one, is Drew Wilkinson, and he just let the limbs open up and firing some heat down low. And Drew Wilkinson, another one for England. And Wilkinson, well, that's his second of the day. And England again just starting to push this one out. It is 14-2, and we are late in the third term. So 1 quarter to go here. England put a long stick in. Ball to be won, and that might be a loose ball push, and it is, and it's going the way of New Zealand. Good work there from Ben Johnson in the face-off, wearing that penalty. And now New Zealand with an opportunity. We've got about 25 seconds left in the quarter, and they will have the last opportunity on cage, so just ticking on 20 seconds. Ball comes up here to Manny Ford. Ford over to Jones. Jones back to Ford. Ford over here to Cowan. Cowan looks to get inside, runs into one, runs into two, just tries to hold the ball. Can't hold the ball. Dispossessed there. Great dispossession. And that one fires up and over. That's right on the cage. Wasn't a bad opportunity there for Alexander Cartwright coming out of the defence there for England. But the keeper down there had plenty of sight of that one. And ends up just cleaning it up in the cage, does Caden Taylor. And now the two teams head to three-quarter time. And we might head to a quick break here as we see the stats on the screen. And we'll be back for fourth quarter action very shortly.
IS 동서는 봅니다. 쓸모없던 땅에서 친환경 건설의 내일을, 폐기물에서 전기차의 새로운 미래를, 아이들에서 행복한 희망의 세상을, ESG 경영으로 더 큰 내일을 봅니다. IS 동서.
From our unique origins to the modern game, the global lacrosse community has been preparing for this moment. Together, we step into a new chapter of growth, competition, unity, and inspiration for the next generation.
Welcome to a new era of lacrosse.
At the Olympic Games in Los Angeles, we continue growing together.
Join the journey,
and let's make history in LA and beyond. A new era of lacrosse starts now.
And fourth quarter action about to start here in this big game between New Zealand and England. And a shout out here for from Sam Denise's cousin Dean, who's 10 years old, watching from family in Hamilton, New Zealand, and family keeping tabs via Morse code from the Nucky, Taranaki. So big shout out to you, Dean. Glad you can be on here. Probably a future star of New Zealand lacrosse right there, 10 years old, looking at some of his idols, and his cousin Sam probably really very proud of him as New Zealand bring the ball into offense. So yeah, if you want to send a shout out, flag comes up, and get in touch with me on Instagram. My handle is @TonyWatts71, and I'll try and get a shout out to you whenever I have an opportunity. But right now, New Zealand looking to get on the board here, and that is another flag, so 2 flags on the play, as we'll see exactly what they are. But as we assess these penalties, Pete McKilliger says, "Hi Tony, loving the commentary on England, New Zealand from Peter McKillinger camping in Cornwall." I mean, that just sounds perfect to myself, Pete. And there we go, simultaneous fouls, a hold, illegal procedure. Both goals are cancelled, and England and New Zealand will keep the ball. So a little bit of just nothing there. Could have kept the game going. Carl Armstrong says, a shout out to Jake Armstrong from the Armstrong family back in New Zealand. Carly, sorry. Hope you are enjoying the coverage here. And New Zealand in attack. We are looking for them to try and put one in the back of the net for you, as the ball now will come through here and given to Connor Harvey-Price after a little bit of a recovery there. Had his own, he literally did walk past me with a little handheld fan before. And the ball comes up to Cade Jones. Jones looks to put his teammate into action here in Scotty Cathcart. Cathcart over to Connor Harvey-Price. Harvey-Price picks up the shorty, looks to go on his left now. Pushes the ball over there to Murdoch Beck. Cathcart has the ball, just getting pushed up further. And now Sam Denise, which we know his family's watching here at the moment. So Sam just holds the ball, runs the ball around, getting plenty of pressure there from the English defenders. Back up there to Harvey-Price. Harvey-Price, a little goose step. Don't mind seeing a goose step there from Scotty Cathcart. His legs are obviously feeling all right if he's feeling that, but he's under, I tell you what, not giving him much room, wearing him like a cheap suit there is his defender in James Thompson, as Sam Denise now gets his motors on. Back to Scott Cathcart, fires, and just a bit preemptuous there from that distance. And the keeper for England in Jackson Davies picks that up and pushes them forward. So coming through here, Will Brown. Will Brown looks to get the through ball, but ball coming back the other way, picked off. Excellent work there from Bastian Banks, and ball turns over again. So England with the ball will now bring it back into attack. Ben Jackson has the ball. We've seen the pace that he has. And England just sending some subs on as we see Spencer Mason get the ball and pop up to Oscar McCarthy. Susan Johnson says, "Hey Tony, shout out to Ben Johnson from his family in Hamilton." Susan, hope you're enjoying the coverage here on World Lacrosse TV. Big shout out to you back in New Zealand. And the ball will rotate in now. No, looks to drive in, but decides not. 2 cutters coming through the centre on the bottom corner there, looking for an option. Oh, nice sneak through there from Archie Gold. But Spencer Mason just gets pushed out the back. Pops up. Drew Wilkinson. Back up there to Ben Jackson. Jackson fires over. Finds Leo Baythorpe. No, sorry, that is Oscar McCarthy. And the shot goes there on the right-hand side from Spencer Mason. But backed up here. And it'll come back into play through Owen Shuttleworth. And Shuttleworth just... And they're hearing the whistles from the other field behind us, and that's why Shuttleworth stopped there. So there are other whistles that officials can use, but they're all using the same whistle. Oh, tink, tink, tink! Off the bar it goes. Rattles out towards the commentary box. And Drew Wilkinson, well, he's picked that one up. That came right off the top crossbar and had plenty. Wilkinson, this is where he does his work. Oh, looks down the bottom, just couldn't quite get the man. Great hit there. No, that's going to be deemed to be in the rear. And that's going to be a penalty, and it'll be a push there. And the ball will turn over. As I said, right, I had an angle, but it was probably just in the back rather than the side. And the official right on the spot makes a good call. So Sam Denise with the ball now. There will be in a man up. So an opportunity here for England. Can they stick another one at the back of the net here? Ball down the back. Kicks it to Perez. Noah Perez. Over to Jones. Jones back up the top. Finds Denise. Denise looks to give it to his teammate. He just lost the handle of the ball for a second there, Ben Cowan. As man up is still on here. Scott Cathcart down the bottom, and that's just fired high and wide. And Ben Cowan not making the keeper have to make a save. And Ben Cowan, but the backup is, and the penalty has been released now, as it is 6-on-6 again. And just losing the ball there, but able to get it is Armstrong. Armstrong back up the top. Finds Cade Jones. Cade Jones looks to pass the ball up. And Sam Denise gets past one, but doesn't get past the slide there of the defender in Alex Tidley Worcester. And a flag on the play, and fires the ball as just trying to make something out of nothing there, Cade Jones. The flag was on the play. So we'll see what this is. Interference call. So a minor penalty for 30 seconds. And New Zealand, though, well, they have another opportunity in their power play. Just need to really move the ball a little quicker here as the ball comes out. Noah Perez puts the ball up to Jake Armstrong. Armstrong over to Cowan. Cowan looks to his left, finds Jones. Pushes the ball down there to Cathcart. Cathcart back to Jones. And ball rotates the full other way. Sends a wheel out the back, but pass there from Cade Jones is not on the money. Made it extremely hard for Scott Cathcart. Just threw it away from him. And another turnover for New Zealand. So giving England opportunities, and especially in those man-up opportunities, you got to capitalise on them. They are, you should score 1 out of 2 in a man-up. And the more penalties you get for the day, the better your day seems to be. But England, well, they're going to run it out here. And they get it into the stick of Will Baker. And Will Baker says, no, I'm a defender. Here you go, Archie Gold. You have this one. And Archie Gold looks to run his man down here. And Gold just looks for a substitute to come on. And looks to throw the ball up. Gold, oh, good little turn there. Oh, but threw it up and over after all of that. And ball will go back the way of New Zealand. So an opportunity on transition here for New Zealand. But they decide to settle it down. Too many English shirts back in the defence. And Ben Cowan, well, he's picked the ball up and says, I'm just going to settle it down here. So as this game starts to head down, the next break we get, we're probably going to have a drinks break here. So on the next stop clock, Ben Cowan looks up the top. Ben Cowan fires, tink, tink, tink off the bar. It goes again and out of bounds. Wow, had some heat on it, just goes rattled that right-hand cage. But the ball comes right off and backed up by New Zealand, so no damage done. Good shot there from Cowan. Ball back up in the stick of Cathcart now. Cathcart to Beck. Beck just loses the ball. Starting to get a bit tired out here, the boys, into this third quarter. But Beck gets through. Beck fires. Good save from the keeper. Ball to be won here. It is going to go the way of... I didn't see the way it was going. I think that's going to New Zealand. But that is a hydration break here. Just under 7 minutes to go in the fourth term. And we have England leading 14-2. Scoreless in the fourth quarter so far in the first half of that. But the good thing here, some clouds have come over and they're blocking out the sun here in Single Whippo. And it's just with the fans behind me. I've got two massive industrial fans behind me while I'm commentating. How lucky am I? All these boys are running out in the heat. I've got Jackson here as well. He's doing some magical stuff through the socials. He just gets it all done. He was up in the Sunshine Coast with me for the Women's World Qualifiers, and some of the stuff he was producing up there was absolutely magical. And so, you know what? Just get on, find him, and look at some of the production that's being sent out of here. Because the socials are all over it here. And if you want to get in touch with the socials, get in touch with me. I'm happy to take questions, happy to give a shout out. Get on Insta. At Tony Watts 71, that is at TonyWatts 71, and I'll give you a shout out. Send us a message. Love speaking, man of the people. Just love having a chat while I'm having a chat. And who said men can't be multi-skilled? Well, I'm here to tell you that potentially some multi-skilling going on here. Under 7 minutes to go in this contest. New Zealand with an opportunity here to try and just get another goal on the board. 14-2 is the current scoreline. I'm looking forward to seeing New Zealand try and get on the cage again.
Let's go, Kiwis.
And the ball will start down through X, through with Ben Cowan. Ben Cowan gives the ball up. Yeah, I think there's a few tired legs starting to appear out there, and that's not going to help. And that will go and pick it up, and they can go straight away. England. England through Owen Shuttleworth. Looks up the top, looks down the bottom crease, and great transition ball there for England. The finisher, well, that was number 19, Archie Gold on the footstep, or on the doorstep, I should say. Something out of nothing, but great work there from Owen Shuttleworth to find a man inside and then just found the guy one-on-one with the keeper in the crease. And he gets another one, does Archie Gold, and that is his second of the game. But that is his the 15th here for New Zealand. And ball will be set again in the face-off. That comes out a red stick, but that's going to be a flag, and that will be I believe that'll be. Let's have a look at this, but I'm seeing a cross-check for one. So England ball, and there's a cross-check for 1 minute. So England will have a 1 minute power play here as the ball will start just over the centre line, and they'll have to sit there to see who that was on, but not what Coach Bob Carter wanted to see. And England now get that opportunity. Ball there with Oscar McCarthy. McCarthy looks for Wilkinson. Oh, bumped over to Spreckley. Spreckley on the bottom corner. Open in the middle. Great inside. BTB! Not quite there. Oscar McCarthy. Good opportunity there for England. That would have been one for the highlight reel for him, but didn't quite get it on the cage. Ben Jackson will bring the ball in now. Still man up. Ball over with Archie Gold. Gold, Spreckley. Spreckley back up the top to Wilkinson. Wilkinson back to Spreckley. Looks on the bottom corner. Looks to open up and fires that one wide. A little bit of left of the cage on that one from Archie Gold. But ball looking to drive up again, Spencer Mason. Back in. Oh, good inside look. Great feed, great finish. And Ben Jackson gets another one with an assist from Archie Gold. And Gold just did not make him have to move his stick there, Ben Jackson. The only movement he needed to do was push it forward and put it in the back of the net. And Ben Jackson, another one for England. And that is his second of the game. And we're out to a 16-2 game here. Face off, great pickup from Bastian Banks. Put under pressure, needs a shorty and goes backwards. And ball has been dropped, so pressure coming. Gives it up to the keeper there in Caden Taylor. Caden Taylor looks forward and it gets back to the man, Bastian Banks, who had it in the first place. Little low pass, and New Zealand will take the ball into their offense. So ball down in the back corner. Looking to try and get some space there. Is Sam Denise. Back up to Cade Jones. Jones just trying to stretch his defender, but tall defender in front of him, and he's been very good today as Jones just takes some punishment and body and a little backhand flick, almost a little shovel, and but he was trying to dig himself a hole before that and getting into 4 red shirts, but gets the shot off and back up had. So the ball comes out now to Cade Jones. Cade Jones, oh, big hit, and ball will end up. It's a referee error there. So, you know what? And they called it. So, England with an opportunity. Still with transition. Looks inside. Great feed there to Gold. And Jack Dearden racking up a point for the assist. But Gold, everything he's touching is turning to that at the moment. And he gets his third of the day. Couple of assists, having a bit of a day at the moment, and gets his second of this third quarter, and that is a 17-2 game. So just starting to eke away here. 3 minutes 46 left in the contest. Back to the face, ball to be won as England try to dive on the ball, and ball needs to come out. Oh, great. Oh, I thought that was a great ground ball there from Will Hodgson. Just went without it, but Will Hodgson just passes out the back. Numbers here for England. Looks in again. Another good save there from the keeper. Great save from Caden Taylor. And pressure coming now on the face-off player. Timeout called here on New Zealand. And they were looking for a penalty there as well, but nothing coming. And a great save there from Caden Taylor on the doorstep, up high, and keeps that one out the back of the net. And New Zealand, well, going to have a chat about the last little bit here. 3 minutes 23 left in quarter 4. And they just look to get something out of the end of this last little bit. I'll tell you. There's some people sending messages. We love it. Alistair Hodgson says, great coverage, Tony. Can you give a shout out to the Will Hodgson family back in England? Cheers. Well, there you go, Alistair. Ted, well, he says, shout out to Archie Carr, number 3 for England from his granddad. So Ted, Megan Smith, she says, please give a shout out to my nephew, England's number 3, Archie Carr, from a very proud Auntie Meg watching in the English Lake Districts. Thank you. And what do we got here? Katie Lady, she says, big shout out to Drew Wilkinson and the whole team doing so well, from Dad, Kate, Harley and Caitlin watching while waiting for the sun to break in Boa Vista, Cape Verde, Team England. Well, that sounds like somewhere I'd want to be as well. Henry Ling hacking through China's firewall to watch Zhuan Zhu. Keep up the effort, boys. See you all Friday. As the players come back out. Catherine Taylor says shout out to Caden Taylor from his 2 little future Kiwi Lax players, little brother Soren and Look. So shout out there, back to New Zealand. And Annalise Luna says watching New Zealand, England from Hamilton. Annalise and Susan sending love and support to Murdoch Beck as the play starts here. As the ball will end up coming through the back, Ben Cowan. Ball comes back up the top as England through Cathcart, England try to shut this out. Great cut there, gets on the cage. There does Sam Denise, but might have stepped in the cage there. No, we've got a penalty on the play. So well, let's have a look what the penalty, who that's going to be assessed on. And it's going to be on Jake Armstrong, I think. Illegal procedure, 30 seconds. It might have been for checking the goalie. So it's a minor penalty. So, and that will bring the ball down. And Zach Spreckley, well, he just wants to get going straight away. He does. So Zach kicks it over to Wilkinson. And Wilkinson looks to get top centre. That's his shooting spot. And Spreckley, that's his shooting spot. He just tries to get in. Wilkinson looks to go again. Bottom corner. Good save again from the keeper, but picked up by Spreckley. That's what he does best there, Zach Spreckley. But good save again from Caden Taylor. And Caden Taylor, quick outlet up the field. As a player is a whistle on the field here, is there? And that goes out of bounds. So Henry Oliver doing some great work on the outer side there, or as I affectionately like to call him, Oliver Henry. Murdoch Beck with the ball. To Jake Armstrong, who's been released from that 30-second technical. We have 1 minute 40 to go in the fourth term. And the ball will be in New Zealand. Can they finish this game off with a goal? Ball comes back up the top. Cathcart looks to move the ball on. Kicks it to Cade Jones. Cade Jones back to Cathcart. So just ticking down to 1:20 to go in the game. Ball turned around by Armstrong. Armstrong hits the deck. Oh, nice little roll. Gets a penalty for it. So now they can attack the cage, but whistle goes as Sam Denise has the ball, and they will have a penalty here for England. And they just stopped the clock here to, and we've got a timeout here charged to England. A push for 30 seconds on England, so they will look to send out their defensive team. And New Zealand, well, they have an opportunity with 1 minute and 9 seconds left on the clock to finish off this game in style. So, again, we hope you are enjoying this coverage on World Lacrosse TV. It is great to have had everyone sending through their messages today, and keep them coming for the whole tournament. As I said, you can get in touch with me on Instagram. It is the handle at Tony Watts 71. That is TonyWatts 71, and that'll tell you how old I am. 13 plus 8 is 21. Well, that's what I'm going to go with. And the two teams will head out onto the field. So New Zealand with an opportunity, as England are in a 30-second penalty here. So this is the way, you know, sometimes you take the little things out of a game, and sometimes the little things can just be momentum at the end of a game. Putting one at the back of the net, getting the boys up and about, keeping them their mind fresh, and let's see what they can do with this 30-second power play. So Murdoch Beck, the ball there down to Noah Perez. Perez, ball comes back through X. Rotation, as Denise steps on the doorstep. Ball comes back up to Cathcart. Cathcart fires the ball out to Kate Jones. Kate Jones fires, but that is stick side high at an outlet, so an opportunity here for England. Ball just needs to be picked up. Ball goes straight in the air. Oh, great look there from the England long pole there. Just did not take his eye off the balls, Alex Worcester. Ball on the bottom corner. Gold. Everything he's touched has turned to it today, but it's turned over as Henry Oliver. Well, he has an opportunity, does he? He's got red shirts ahead of him. Decides to give it over to the shorty. Ball there in Ben Cowan's stick. Back to Sam Denise. 5 seconds to go in this game. Denise just needs to look inside, gets inside, fires, pops one away late as the whistle is about to go. Murdoch Beck on the death knell. 1.7 seconds left in the game, and Murdoch Beck gets one for New Zealand right on the doorstep. Sam Denise, great look inside, and that's what you're going to take out sometimes. That good ball movement, and you say if we can do that once, we can do it twice, and we can do it all game. You know, those opportunities, they do present in a game, and the more you can get around them, and that is a bit of positive in this New Zealand side. Great finish there. Fantastic finish from Murdoch Beck. And time will run out before we get to basically have this face-off. Ball will be down, and that will be the end of the game. It is England, and they get their second win of the tournament. They will go 2-0. New Zealand, well, they're going to go 0-2, and they will just look to come out against Jamaica and see what they can do in this Pool C. But congratulations to England. They were too strong today. A 17-3 scoreline. And congratulations to both sides. A fantastic contest out there. And we're really pleased to be able to bring you live lacrosse here on World Lacrosse TV from Siongwipo in Jeju Island for the World Lacrosse Men's Under-20 Championship 2025. And you can see the stats there. Plenty of shots had by both sides, but fantastic effort from the New Zealand boys. They finished the game off in style with a good offensive set. And it's been great to be able to bring you this live on World Lacrosse TV. My name is Tony Watts. You can get me at the handle at TonyWatts71 on Instagram. And as I always say, until the sticks are swinging, we'll see you soon.
Do it like that.